wondering if you can't keep the promise to your family, can't keep your promise to your wife, you're having an affair, you're lying about the affair repeatedly, why should the American people trust you when you say you're not going to lie to them? Why should we trust you?
Well, because I think that there's a question here. The question of trust goes to more than the personal responsibility between a man and his wife. I think that the right wing really has carried this whole question too far.
I agree with you,
of looking into people's bedrooms, or looking under their bedrooms, trying to find out whether or not that level of trust
by the way, that's a great
is the kind of trust that you use in the Oval Office.
That's a great question Sean asked. And so, Amanda, if that's true, you can't trust somebody who had an affair. How can we trust John McCain to be President of the United States since he cheated by his own admission on his first wife? He didn't keep his marital vows. He didn't keep his pledge to his first family.
30 years ago, after 5.5 years in a prison or war camp.
She has nothing to do with it. Amanda, so how do we trust John McCain to be President of the United States?
Well, that's an issue I think has been thoroughly vetted for many, many years now, and
he cheated on his wife, right?
And this is something
he cheated on his
John
wife, right?
Edwards is
after the timeline that he talked about in his book isn't vetted by the actual events of when he actually got a divorce. So where's the double standard?
He stood up and he criticized Bill Clinton for his actions of Monica Lewinsky and called. I mean, John Edwards was one of the biggest critics of Bill Clinton.
John McCain's running for president. What about his affair? Trying to have an affair, can we trust him to run for president since he cheated on his wife?
Of course it is wrong to have an affair. There's no question about that.
So can we trust John McCain to take a vow of office?
Does it matter today? Can we assume that 30 years ago, I mean, look, Robert Byrd was a member of the Ku Klux Klan a certain amount of time ago.
After 5.5 years in a Vietnam camp getting beaten every day, there's a difference. 5.5 years after getting beaten every day.
So it's okay they had an affair on his wife.
No, you know what? But there are circumstances you ought to consider.
That lets him off the hook.
Let's see how you act after you get beaten after 5.5 years.
Just a moment.
He's hiding who he really is. You don't hang out with Flager and Ayers and Wright for 20 years and then just say, oh, I didn't hardly know these guys. And if you want to believe that garbage, you go right ahead. You are voting for Obama, by the way. This is a pro-Obama book. You are voting for Obama.
But I'm not here to do Obama talk.
Stop it. I'm not
here to be insulted either. You're doing RNC talking points.
Excuse me, I don't have RNC. These are Hannity talking points. I write the talking points.
Yeah, where do you get
Here's what we have. You say...
Let me ask you one question.
You ask me a question.
Okay. Are you anti-Semitic?
Not at all.
Okay. On your show on Sunday, you're the show that's named after you, right? The centerpiece of that show was a guy named Andy Martin.
I know you're reading your talking points.
I don't have talking points.
When I interviewed, hang on, I'm going to answer your question. When I interviewed Malik Shabazz, when I interviewed Al Sharpton, when I interviewed all these controversial figures, you see on Fox, we actually interview people of all points of view, whether we agree or disagree. So the statement you're about to read,
Andy Martin called the judge a crooked, slimy Jew who has a history of lying and thieving common to members of his race. Martin went on to write that he understood better why the Holocaust took place, given that Jew survivors are operating as a wolf pack.
I find those comments despicable. But wait a minute.
Put him on your show.
We put Malik Shabazz on the show. I put Khalid Muhammad on my show.
Why am I not to believe that you're anti-Semitic? Why am I not to believe that everybody that works for the network is anti-Semitic? Because Sean Hannity gives a platform to somebody who thinks Jews are
I'm a journalist who interviews people that I disagree with all the time, that give their opinion. Fox has all points of view. We're allowing you on the program, and I don't agree with hardly anything Obama says.
Well,
so here's my... No, I'm going to answer.
I really wish you wouldn't give a platform to virulent anti-Semites.
I will tell you this.
Can't even get a law license in Illinois.
I'll make a deal with you. If Barack Obama admits that what he did by sitting on a board with, giving speeches with, having going over to Ayers...
You'll admit you're anti-Semitic?
No, I will admit to you that I will tell you that Barack Obama wants to be president. It's poor judgment. It is irresponsible and it's reckless to be, let me finish, to be friends with a guy that bombed our Pentagon, was at war with our country, whose motto was to kill our children and kill your parents.
Well, I think it's deplorable.
And it's deplorable that your candidate for president has not been honest with the American people.
Slimy and understands the Holocaust better.
I'm explaining. Let me finish first.
Because of the way he
I'm explaining to you.
I can't believe you would give a platform.
So you don't want me to interview anybody that I agree with? I can interview only people you disagree with.
Put your whole show around him, Sean.
Barack Obama.
I'm led to believe only that you agree with each and everything that Andy Martin says.
Barack Obama, the president, sat in the pew of Jeremiah Wright for 20 years, a guy who hates America. Barack Obama's friends with William Flavor. I have one last question. Did Barack Obama ever sit and meet with Louis Farrakhan? Has he ever met with Louis Farrakhan?
I don't know the answer to that.
Will you give us an answer by tomorrow?
Will you get back to me on whether you're anti-Semitic?
I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm the biggest supporter of Israel. Benjamin Netanyahu blurred my book.
Let me say, I don't think your Jewish viewers are going to take it very well that you put somebody like that on your show.
I am the biggest supporter of Israel, and I've got a 30-year history of on the record of it.
Well, ask some of their friends about what Andy Moron said.
I'm not friends with the guy that bombed the Pentagon. I'm not friends with the guy that bombed the Capitol.
You're friends with somebody who's
your candidate is friends with him, not me. Your candidate's friends with a terrorist.
That's not.
He sits on a board with a terrorist.
First of all, he's not anti-Semitic.
Thank you very much.
Well, he's not anti-Semitic. Well, this game of guilt by association, I disagree with on all fronts. I will defend Sean against anti-Semitism. He's not anti-Semitic, but I also deplore this game of guilt by association. Sure.